to the VIP.
Yeah, the IP, VIP.
Don't wait, cause tonight's on me.
It's on me, baby, all on me, yeah.
Sexy models, champagne bottles.
Yeah, the IP, VIP.
Got 2 models, need more bottles.
Model when I'm model, got a bottle, there's only one side.
Be Taylor.
Yeah, the IP, VIP. It's on me, baby, all on me, yeah.
Up, everyone, welcome to the Xander Effect. I'm your host, Xander Dames. Got a lot of stuff to chat with you guys about today, including in entertainment news. Ray Fisher accuses Joss Whedon of abusive, unprofessional behavior during the filming of Justice League. We'll talk a little bit about that. In sports, there has been an investigation launched with the Philadelphia 76ers' dance team after a video surfaced of one of the former dance members of the team being bullied and, called names, racial slurs, things like that. Talk a little bit about that. And in video game news, a pro gamer gets electrocuted, gets hit by lightning during a live stream. Freakish accident, that's crazy, but good thing that the gamer's actually okay. We'll talk a little bit about that. Plus, I had the opportunity to speak to up-and-coming singer Analise Hoveyda. She was also in the movie A Wrinkle in Time, Disney's A Wrinkle in Time. Talk a little bit about her, experiences in the entertainment industry, how she got involved at the age of 3 as a singer, and what she's got planned for the future. But first, here is Laced in Blues, Do What I Want, right here.
chase a ghost, trying to find your face. Had some time to think, gotta fade away. Her love, her touch, her ghost, such the fake, can't let go. Can't let go. Her flaws, her cries, can her heart still break if its soul turns hollow? Baby, I don't wanna die with you on my mind. I'ma make it right, promise me you'll come home tonight. Take away my memories, burn the world away with me. Take away my memories, burn the world away with me. I can't deal with the pain. Someone come numb my brain. I can't be the one to blame. Someone take my life away. Lay my head to rest. Said I'm running from, but I'm chasing my own death. Lay my head to rest. Said I'm running from, but I'm chasing my own death.
That was Cicada's Thorazine right here on the Xander Effect. In entertainment news, it looks like Ray Fisher has definitely no love lost for director Joss Whedon after posting a tweet basically, saying Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Geoff Johns and John Berg. Accountability, entertainment. Now, see, basically what the actor is talking about. He played, just in case you guys haven't seen the movie, which I doubt, but just in case, Ray Fisher played Cyborg in the movie. And according to what he says, plain and simple, Joss Whedon's behavior was not, it was unprofessional. And he was enabled by the former DC Entertainment president and chief creative officer Geoff Johns, and the former Warner Brothers co-president of production John Berg, which were also producers of the movie Justice League when it came out. Now, Justice League was basically, it didn't do too well at the box office. It grossed basically a $657.9 million worldwide, which is very low, especially for how hyped the movie was. And it got mixed reviews, both good and bad. I even kind of was like, yeah, it's good. I mean, the adventure, seeing all of these characters come to life and come together is pretty cool, but yeah, it still lacks something. Who knows? Maybe it had partly to do with the fact of the matter that Zack Snyder actually left the filming of it due to a death in the family, and Joss Whedon took over right after he left. And in a previous panel at 2017 San Diego Comic-Con, a lot of what Fisher said was that Joss Whedon was a great guy, and that he picked a good person to come in and clean up and finish up for him. But now, apparently, Fisher decided to tweet something else, and, with the video of him saying these words, and he tweeted saying, "I'd like to take a moment to forcefully retract every bit of this statement." So there's definitely, obviously, a lot of, like I said, there's no love lost between these two gentlemen, and who knows the reason why. I mean, he didn't go into any detail as to what exactly Joss Whedon did on set that made him so unprofessional. So who knows? I mean, chances are that in time there will be an interview with Ray, and we'll find out exactly what happened. In other entertainment news, Hollywood lost a legend in cinema this week, Carl Reiner, comedy legend of the Dick Van Dyke Show creator, died at the age of 98. Many of you remember him from the Dick Van Dyke Show, and he was also in the movies Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. He went ahead and played the character of Saul in those three movies, and really funny man. He did many things for many years, including winning 9 Emmy Awards, 5 for the Dick Van Dyke Show, he was and also popular films that he directed included Oh God, starring George Burns in 1977, The Jerk with Steve Martin in 1979, and All of Me with Martin and Lily Tomlin in 1984. Carl Reiner was also still very active up until his last day on social media. The last tweet that he sent out was on June 29th at 2:30 p.m. and he basically tweeted his opposition towards President Donald Trump, tweeting, quote, "As I arose at 7:30 this morning, I was saddened to relive the day that led up to the election of a bankrupted and corrupt businessman who had no qualifications to be the leader of any country in the civilized world." That was pretty much his last tweet. His son went ahead and tweeted, when his father passed away, Rob Reiner, his son of Carl Reiner, tweeted, quote, "Last night my dad passed away. As I write this, my heart is hurting. He was my guiding light." Carl Reiner passed away of natural causes. He will be missed, and he will always remain a legend in Hollywood cinema. In other entertainment news, is there a relationship brewing between Courtney Stodden and former Beverly Hills 90210 star Brian Austin Green? Well, there's a lot of rumors going around, especially after people had spotted Brian Austin Green out in LA with Courtney Stodden. They were basically coming out of a restaurant, and this is shortly after his separation of Megan Fox. Obviously, right now Megan Fox has officially moved on with Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly and her have been seen doing a lot of PDA. They were seen, she was seen leaving MGK's apartment actually the next morning. So obviously there's something going on there. But the 25-year-old Stodden posted a video on Instagram with the 46-year-old Brian Austin Green, and it was basically both of them in a hot tub. And as she says, quote, "Here's 90210. I've never seen him. I don't know who this is." And she also went ahead and captioned the video, 90210, now I know. Now, as far as this whole situation goes, reports are basically saying that Brian Austin Green and Courtney Stodden had met for business purposes. Apparently, he wants to go ahead and produce a song that she wants to do. But looks like they might be producing more than just music. Who knows? We don't know what's going on with these two, but rest assured we'll probably find out. In other entertainment news, I got the opportunity to interview up-and-coming musical artist Analise Hoveyda, and she not only is an up-and-coming artist, she started at the age of 3, and she was also in the movie Disney's A Wrinkle in Time. She chatted with me a little bit about her experiences on set and what she's been up to during quarantine and what's gonna be in her future. But first, here is Analise Hoveyda's latest single, Aftertaste, right here on The Xander Effect.
No, I ain't feeling sorry for half the things that we did. Know that in my style, and you're too hard to quit. When I try to save myself from messing with my own head, come down from the height and tell myself these things. Don't get emotional, addicted to the sweet pain. Good hearts make bad mistakes, sometimes too. I try not to lose control, I'm tongue-tied anyway. I know I can't escape the aftertaste of you. myself these things. Don't get emotional, addicted to the sweet pain. Good hearts make bad mistakes, sometimes too. I try not to lose control, I'm tongue-tied anyway. I know I can't escape the aftertaste of you. The aftertaste of you. You're so sweet, bon appetit. You make me scream, yeah, you make me scream. I don't care, the flavor of the week is good enough, yeah, good enough for me. Don't get emotional, addicted to the sweet pain. Good hearts make bad mistakes, sometimes too. I try not to lose control, I'm tongue-tied anyway. I know I can't escape the aftertaste of you. The aftertaste of you.
That was Aftertaste by the very much rising star Analise Hoveyda, and with me is the young woman herself. How you doing, Analise?
Hey, I'm doing awesome. And yourself?
It's hot. It's really hot. I'm melting. Like it's
Oh.
definitely summertime.
Me too, me too.
Awesome. Glad we're melting here together. We're together we melt, so there we go. So I mean, Annalise, you've done like a lot in the short time that you've been on this planet. I mean, you're 16, going on 17. You started pretty much singing at the age of 3. I mean, how did that happen? How did you start singing at the age of 3?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I started to sing before I could actually speak. And I actually had like speech problems. And it was just so weird because my mom told me that I would always be singing, but I would not talk. So it's just kind of crazy. And yeah, since I was 3 years old, I don't even know how. I don't even know how it
Wow.
happened. I think my mom told me that I would sing a lot of like little kid shows, like Strawberry Shortcake, like my favorite like little shows, like theme songs. And she said I would also sing a lot of opera, which is crazy.
Oh, that's
Well, I love
interesting.
opera, but I'm more like a pop singer, So it's
Mhm.
kind of weird how I started singing opera. I know it's kind of crazy.
And the thing is, it didn't just stop at singing, because you went in from singing, and then at the age of 6, you started your acting career, one might say, in playing in the co-starring role of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. So since I was a singer already, I wanted to try acting too, because like musicals, like because I wanted to sing and act, and I just wanted to try it out. So my mom put me in a performing arts school, and I got the role of no, not Beauty. What am I saying? I got the role of Chip in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Chip.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and I kind of just fell in love with it ever since then. And I've just been in a lot of musicals, a lot of plays, and I also just started going to auditions. I got an agent, and she started sending me on a lot of auditions, and that's how I also landed the role in Veronica's friend in A Wrinkle in Time, which is a Disney film. So yeah, I kind of just took off from there.
I was gonna say that you were in A Wrinkle in Time with Oprah Winfrey. I mean, you were with an all-star cast. You were with Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Rowan Blanchard, Chris Pine, and so many others. And that movie was absolutely beautiful. I mean, how was it like being on set with so many icons in the entertainment industry?
It was so crazy. Literally, like, I didn't think it was real at the time. Like, I felt like I was in a dream. It was just really crazy. And okay, well, unfortunately, I didn't get to meet Oprah Winfrey or like Reese Witherspoon, but I got to meet another celebrity that I really actually looked up to, and she was on Disney Channel. Her name is Rowan Blanchard. And I got to play her friend.
She was the one in Boy or Girl Meets World, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it was really cool because like I watched Girl Meets World, and to be like next to her, and she was super sweet, and like she really gave me like really good advice, and it was like we were like friends. It was like so cool. It was like really cool. It was so fun.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome
I gotta say, because I was a Boy Meets World fan, you know, I'm from that generation.
right.
So, Girl Meets World, it kind of brought me back a little bit, you know. But I think Rowan did an incredible job playing Corey and Topanga's daughter. I mean, I think she did a beautiful job doing that. So that's really cool that she's really nice, though, that, you know, like these people stay grounded. I mean, but you still continue to rise. I mean, you still, it says, you know, basically I've been told that you're a triple threat. You're actually a quadruple threat. Because not only are you an actress, not only are you a singer, not only did you start modeling at the age of 7, but you also went into comedy at the Ice House.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, those days.
How did you get into comedy? I mean, and are you still practicing it?
Well, I was 11 when I started it, and I kind of just wanted to get more comfortable in front of an audience, because I think when I started performing, I had like a little hard time like talking to the audience, like in between like my songs, and my mom thought I I needed more practice.
Oh,
and
nice.
I was young, so I was still like practicing all the new stuff that I was, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I started when I was 11, and she put me in acting classes and like stand-up comedy classes, and we performed at the Hollywood Improv and the Pasadena Ice House, and it was so cool because I got to really write about my life and the funny things in my life, and I got to just say them to people and in a performing like way. So I don't know, it was just so great, and it really helped me like be really comfortable in front of the audience, and it's so cool, like people just laughing at you what you say,
and you're just like, yay.
Yeah.
This is fun.
So,
I mean, it's gotta be, I mean, and it's gotta be something that you definitely got used to, because I mean, you went from performing, you know, small crowds at the Ice House to performing for over 300 times for various crowds. I mean, over 300 times, that's a lot for a young woman to be performing. I mean, how does that make you feel? Like how does it take a toll on you? Does it tire you out, or does it just give you more energy to keep doing it?
oh no, it does not tire me out at all. I absolutely love performing. It's like my favorite thing to do, like ever.
Oh yeah, you started at 3, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's just like the feeling of just like being up there and just like dancing and like singing, it's so fun. Like you have no idea, it's like super fun. I just want to keep doing it forever.
Nice. So, you know, obviously, you know, you're definitely your music is what's taking priority now over acting, especially now that you have your debut single Aftertaste. That album was produced by big names here. I mean, it was produced by PJ Bianco. He's worked with the Jonas Brothers, Nick Jonas, Joe Jonas, Fifth Harmony, Demi Lovato, Arizona, and so many others. And then you also worked with Amy Prohl, who's worked with Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson, and others. She co-wrote the song. I mean, you know, how is it like being a part of those two, you know, incredible people in the music industry?
Yeah, so the process was really fun because we actually only had one day to write and record the song. And it took like 6 hours probably, like straight through. And oh my gosh, I'm just like so grateful that I got to work with them, and that they worked with so many like big artists, and that they're working with me. It was just like kind of unbelievable how it all happened, and it was so great. It was so great. Yeah, it was so much fun and really cool, and I got to see like what they really like, what they feel in the music, and especially PJ Bianco, when he was like showing me all the different sounds of like what I want in my songs, what I want in my song, and it was just super cool. And that was like really like the first time I recorded a song like professionally. And I was just kind of like getting used to the process, of it, and it was just so much fun. I just want to keep doing it over and over again.
Nice. And was it? I mean, was
Yeah.
it also like? I mean, I bet being in the studio for 6 hours that's a lot of work. But when you get the finished product, were you satisfied? Were you perfectly satisfied with it?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, 6 hours is a long time of
Oh yeah.
being like in the studio, but it's it's relaxing. You're singing, you're doing what you love, and yeah, at the end when you're finished with it, you're like, oh my gosh, like the work paid off. It came out great. We're done. We got this. We got this. The work paid off. Good.
We're like, phew, we're done. All right, let's move
Yeah.
forward. But I mean, besides that one, you also had there was also a remix that was released on All Star Music and Empire Records as well.
Yeah. So, it was produced by Dr. Jekyll, and he did all the mixing, and he changed up the song, and it made it sound really cool. So yeah, we released that too.
Nice. And was that something that you had planned to release, or was it something that just kind of organically, listening to different beats, you were like, oh, that was cool, let's go ahead and remix it into that?
So we kind of just decided to do like a remix. I think we decided like after the song finally came out, because we thought it would be cool like to have something different and just to change the song and release more music like faster. So yeah, Dr. Jekyll would send in his like the thoughts that he had, and I would just kind of like pick the ones I liked of the music, and he kind of just put it together really good. I don't even know how he did it.
Nice.
It was so cool. Yeah.
No, that's really cool that you have a lot of talented people that are backing you in a lot of what you're doing right now. Talk to me a little bit about the song. What exactly is the song about? What inspired you to write it?
So the song is about a girl and her boyfriend, and they're together, and he cheats on her.
Oh,
And it's
like they always do.
I know.
Men.
I know. No. No, it's nah.
Hey, I've been cheated on by women too. So there you go. All right, it goes both
Yeah.
ways.
Both ways, I know. Yeah, so he cheats on her, and it's hard for her to get over her. What is wrong with me? No, it is wrong.
It's okay. Breathe. You're thinking about that ex right now. You're like, it's hard for her to get over him. But
I know, it's
her,
like I'm thinking
whatever.
about him, like,
It's
I can't
the
even
rage.
focus on what I'm saying.
Like the rage is coming out right now. Like how when you get
I'm
so
getting heated up.
Exactly, like when you get so angry, you just start saying gibberish, like jibber jabber.
Yeah,
I don't know where.
Yeah, I know. So it's hard for her to get over him, and she kind of has like that taste in her mouth, like she like still like wants him. And there's also a music video with the song too, and it's kind of explains what it's about. There's like a little story in the music video, and yeah.
And how was it like making the music video?
Oh my gosh, it was super fun. I worked with Rex Campbell. He played the boyfriend that cheats on me. So it was really fun.
And I bet he's like the nicest guy in the world too.
He is.
Like in real life.
I know. It was super fun.
They always get the nice guys to play the bad guys.
I know. And
That's just always
the
way.
opposite.
Right? Well, that's cool though. That's cool though that you had fun doing the video and doing the song as well. Looks like it's doing very well. There's one song of yours, however, that I watched recently, your music video, which was Breakaway. I got to tell you, that song was very beautiful. It was very beautiful.
Thank you.
It was almost like a Cinderella story in a sense. I mean, is that what is that what you were trying to portray?
That's actually what we were trying to portray. We were trying to make it like the beginning and the end. We were trying to make it like a Cinderella like story, how I have to clean, and I kind of have like a strict family that makes me clean all day, and I kind of just wish that I was outside having a life that I actually enjoyed, and I had a boyfriend, and I had just I was just like in a perfect world. So that was just like my dream, which is practically like Cinderella's dream too. So we try to make it like that. And yeah.
I mean, are a lot of these songs part of what happens to you in real life, or is it just, what you've heard from others and what you hear from others inspires you to write it this way?
I kind of just like gather different stories, and well, like the song is about how she wants to just like break away and be free and not have to worry about things. And I kind of just thought about like how people are like kind of trapped in their house. Like they have, well, I'm not saying that like strict parents are like bad. I mean, like that's a good thing. But like sometimes like you have to just like let go a little bit and just like let your kid have like some fun time.
No,
but also not too much fun.
No, you can't have them have any fun. They can't have zero fun. Kids today, they can't have any fun. No, there's no way. We had no fun growing up. I'm just playing.
Oh my god.
No, we had way too much fun growing up. I think you guys are tame. This generation is tame more than we were. We were really bad.
It's all about technology, really.
Yeah. That's the only danger. That's the only danger with today's generation. Let me tell you. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like if I were a parent, that would scare the hell out of me. Like I'd be like 24/7. Who are you talking to? Who's that? Who you texting?
Oh my God.
What's happening? Oh no, I'd be a horrible dad. I'd be like, I would hear, if I had a daughter, I swear, I think my daughter would be like, I hate you, dun, 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 going up the stairs, like stomp, slam. That would be the pattern. It's like, okay, here we go. I hate you, stomp, plan, slam, and go. And sure enough, that would happen. So
no, I'm trying to be a good dad. I'm sure.
I'd be a protective dad. I'd be very protective. I mean, I'd be one of those guys that when I was it's so funny when I was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
My cousin, she's a very attractive young woman back in the day, and we were in high school. We were both same age in high school, and her older brothers were jerks. But I love my cousins. I love all those guys. I would have done the same thing though. And she was getting picked up from a date, and she told me this story. I couldn't stop laughing. What happened was that they were standing by the door, and the guy comes up the door, knocks on the door. They open it up, very serious, and they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just came here to pick up so and so." And they were like, all right, go ahead and have a seat. Comes inside, has a seat. And so they're like, so, you're going to take her out, huh? You're going to bring her back, right? They're like, yeah, of course I'm going to bring her back. Yeah. It's like, what do you think I'm going to do? And it was like, well, that's good. Bring her back at a good hour too. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, good hour is like 10 p.m. No more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, sure. It's like, why we're asking you these things, right? It's like, yeah, of course, you're an overprotector. It's like, yeah, but we also want to protect you. Like, what do you mean? It's like, well, you see that machete that's right there sitting on that chair? He looks over, sure enough, there's a machete sitting on the chair. Like, he's like, yeah. He's like, just remember to bring her back at the time that we tell you to bring her back.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only word he's like. I started laughing. I couldn't stop. And she's like, it's not funny. He never called me again. I was like,
oh, that is so sad.
What do you expect? It was so bad. It was so, but you know what though? I could see it. She was a wild child, but
yeah,
that's just the way it was. But going,
wow.
I mean, it's always, you gotta be that way. You gotta be protective.
Yeah, you gotta be protective. Yeah.
But that's the way it goes. But I mean, I'm glad that you're, that the stuff that you're writing is really, it's something that also comes from real life experiences, from not just yourself, but what teenagers actually they go through on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted the message to kind of be open, like for everyone to relate to it, like because you could break away from anything really. True. So that's kind of like what I wanted to
even
put out
adults.
there. Right.
You know, even
Right.
adults, we need to break away every once in a while, especially parents. Right now that everybody's in quarantine, they want to break away from their children.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So your management company, the All Star Entertainment Group, they recently re-signed you to a new deal, and they partnered you up with Kip Williams, who is one of Dr. Luke's songwriter producers, and you know Kip is signed to actually Luke's Prescription Music. So you're also writing songs for with Kip, and you're about to release a new single soon.
Right. So it's crazy because Kip actually lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and I live in California. So we actually set up a recording studio in my house, which I'm gonna have so much fun with.
Nice.
On my own.
Those are fun.
So we're gonna release a song soon. We're gonna start recording it probably like in this upcoming week. And I don't know if I should say the name of the song yet. I'm gonna wait off that.
Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna push you to go ahead and be like, why did I do that?
Yes.
Why did I?
Yeah. So
why
we're
did I
gonna
say
release
anything?
We're gonna release a lot of new music, and we're having calls like every single week, writing and coming up with beats, and it's super fun. And I'm just so excited where this is gonna go. Super fun.
Nice. So, I mean, basically, like, during this time, obviously, we're all quarantined. We're all stuck at home with our loved ones. And I see that loosely. So, I mean, have you been keeping yourself busy? I mean, I understand that you've been teaching yourself to play multiple instruments, including guitar and keyboards.
Yeah. Ever since quarantine started, I picked up my ukulele, and I also had a guitar and a piano. And my brother was like, since you have so much free time now, why don't you learn how to play an instrument? Because I didn't know how to play any instruments. And as a singer, it's really good to play an instrument. And so I picked up my ukulele, and I just looked up a song and the chords, and then I just started playing, and it actually just came really easy to me. And it's so much fun. And I literally do it every single day. And I play the guitar, and I play also the piano, and I have a lot of fun with it.
So
I wish I'd done this earlier.
So right. So I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I want to do it. So basically, you're not just going to be a quadruple threat. Now you're going to be a quintuple threat.
Yeah.
Like you're now going to be playing instruments. I mean, what's next? Magic? Like, is that next up in the list?
Maybe that would be cool.
Oh, why did I open my mouth? Now you're going to be like, let me get on that one.
I want to be like, okay, bye to singing. I'm going to do magic.
Right?
Oh my God.
Be like, Xander, you ruined a youthful talent, up and coming. What's wrong with you? What can I say? I have to do what I gotta do. So you've been busy at home. Have you also been doing what everybody and their mom is doing nowadays, and which is TikTok?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I make TikToks all the time with my sister and by myself, with my cat.
With your cat?
Well, he kind of hates me.
What are you doing? Well, yeah, what are you doing with your poor cat? You're like making him dance. Your cat's like, why? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why did I get these crazy masters, making me do crazy things?
Yeah. I don't know. I love my cat. And we also got a kitten too. So I'm
playing
with her a lot.
Oh, see, I got a cat and I got a dog. And, my cat already doesn't like me as it is. I've been getting too close with him. I'm like, come here, I love you so much. And he's like, get away from me, bro. Like,
I know.
Why you gotta be so weird? Why you gotta make it weird,
That's how it is.
So, I mean, you've been doing all these different things. And, I know it's summertime, but you're still in school. You're still in high school, obviously. And, I mean, have you been taking, obviously, like, are you homeschooled, or were you actually going to a high school? I mean, how was that like?
I actually went to a public school, and then since this started, we went to online, and we finished the last 3 months online.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that bad because I was kind of used to it because I was homeschooled 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But then for high school, I went back to public school. So it wasn't that hard for me because I was just used to the process. It was hard for a lot of my friends. And it was just really hard because, like, you know, I couldn't say bye to my friends. And more than half of my friends were seniors and they graduated.
You sound like me.
So
You sound like me when I was in high school. I never actually, it's funny, I never hung out with people my own age. I always hung out with people older than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. People my own age just bug the hell out of me. You know, it's weird.
Yeah. So, well, I kind of got close with people that weren't really my grade because I'm also in the choir program.
I was going to ask about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask because, I mean, I figured, you know, you're in music, you're in singing. I was thinking, you know, if you still, you know, participated in, since you're in school, if you still participated in extracurricular activities, which is choir, which is, you know, theater, things like that, drama, things like that. I didn't know if you still did that, even though, you know, that's all what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm also in the choir program. And that's how I met a lot of my friends and from school. And I kind of wanted to do it because, you know, why not? I love singing and it won't take up too much time because it's during school. And sometimes we did have like practices for like an hour after school. Mm-hmm. But I had time to do it. So I did it. And I do not regret it at all because literally that's what made my high school experience like really fun.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like if I wasn't in choir, I feel like it just would have been another year of just work and classes and not doing anything like extra. And yeah.
Yeah, like
it's
pulling your hair out, like
yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you, like? I mean, obviously you've been, you know, in a big movie and you still continue to act, you still continue to sing. Do your friends treat you any differently? I mean, you know, because there's a lot of young people that get into this entertainment industry and they tend to have a lot of fake friends. Have you encountered anything like that?
From like elementary, like there were some mean people to me and they didn't like me. I don't know for what reason. Yeah, they were bullies. And now like on Instagram, sometimes messages pop up from them and they're like, hey, like my mom wants you to sing for this event, like blah blah blah, like, and it would be nice if you could sing. And I don't know, they just act so different, and I'm like,
I'd be like,
do you not know that you're mean to me? And
no, my reaction to that would have been like, oh really, how's it feel to want, you know, it doesn't feel too good, does it? You know, like
yeah.
But then again, I'm a jerk, so I mean, you know, I'm very vengeful like that, you know. So I mean, that's crazy though that people have the audacity to go ahead and still ask you for favors, and it's like, oh really? You really think I'd do you a favor? No, I'm going to charge you, but I'm not going to do you a favor. But I mean, all in all, I mean, you know, I'm sure you now have found like actual real friends that actually really like you for you.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of friends and that are really close to me, and they're real, and yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Nice. And I mean, your schedule doesn't impair you from hanging out, from having a normal life at all?
Well, at times it does. Like, let's say they're gonna hang out, but I have to do, I don't know, I have to do like a singing video or something for like my Instagram because I don't really like to skip, because I post every Monday for Instagram and social media. And let's say I have to do that, and I'm like, I mean, I see them at school, and this is just singing, so I'm gonna go with this. I don't know. It's just sometimes it does, but not too much.
Oh, well, that's cool. At least you still keep on going with your normality. I mean, so right now you're what, going into your junior year, senior year?
I'm going into my senior year.
Wow, your last year in high school. How, I mean, like, what are your plans for after? I mean, I'm just thinking back at how it was for me when I was going into my senior year, because I know junior year, for some odd reason, junior year for a lot of people is always the hardest year.
Right.
All 4 years for some reason. Now, senior year, that's when you coast. That's actually when you coast. That's actually when you get senioritis. And, and you're like, I don't want to do nothing. It's my last year. I don't want to go to school. Oh man, like it was crazy. My senior year, I had it. My first class was at 10 in the morning. I don't know how I pulled that off. My first class was like 10 a.m. And it was in the first class I was a teacher's assistant at 10 a.m. So and it was to a teacher that was really cool with me. So he just let me come in like at 10:30 in the morning. And I still get credit for the class. And then after that was another class that we did nothing. We just sat there. And I was like, dude, my first two classes are super easy my first semester. So, I mean, how are you looking forward to your senior year, your last year?
Well, I'm hoping if this ends, I'm really hoping that we go back to school and we have a normal senior year. And I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I also am trying to TA for my choir teacher.
Nice.
And
Nice.
he's really cool and he knows me well. And so I am going to try to be in his class so I can have one class like that. I don't really have to
you just coasting. I know. I get it. I've been there. I've been there. No, that's really
So I'm really looking forward to it. I really hope this ends and
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will. Right now, a lot of authorities are saying that it looks like there could be a vaccine in the works probably at the beginning of next year. So you might have maybe the first semester might be rough. Second semester, you're going to totally like enjoy the rest of your senior year, prom and everything. So I'm hoping that goes for you.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful experience your senior year. Trust me, you're going to love it. It's going to go by super fast. You're not even going to see it. So enjoy every single inch of it. Enjoy it because it goes by really fast. And I mean, are there any college plans in your future, or are you just strictly focusing on just going directly into acting? I mean, you're already into acting, but I mean, are you going to be full time with that, or are you thinking about going to college?
Well, I'm thinking about going to college and still recording songs and doing all this music stuff, and I'm really hoping I could do both, but I'm just gonna have to see what happens really after high school. Well, after high school, for sure, I want to go to college. And yeah, so I'm just gonna see. We'll go with the flow.
Nice. No, that's cool. I mean, are you going to college to get the college experience, or do you actually want to study something in particular?
I actually want to study something. Well, as a career, I want to be an optometrist.
Really? That's interesting. That's actually completely different from what you're doing right now.
I know. It's so different. There's such like opposites, really.
Why optometry?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. It just looks so, I don't know. I just like what they do. I'm just really interested in it. Well, I want to go to college and get a bachelor's degree and then apply to an optometry school.
Wow, that's very interesting, actually. That's just like all about the eyes. It's all about the eyes. Yeah. So it's like the squishy eyes. Like, the squishy eyes. That's cool. No, that's really cool, though. That's really cool that you actually have, like regardless of what you're doing right now, you still have plans for other career paths besides the one that you're currently on. So that's actually very intelligent that you're doing that because, anything can happen in the future. I mean, one day you could just wake up and be like, you know what, I kind of want to just, have a normal life and let me just go ahead and, go into optometry. So that's cool that you're doing that.
Yeah. And it actually took me a while to really see what I wanted to do because I've just always been like singing. I've always been a singer and I've always been like, I want to be a famous singer when I grow up. That's like what I would say when I was little, so that's pretty much like all I really knew, and I really never looked through like other things until when I got to high school, and then that's when I was like, wait, actually I need to have a backup plan.
Right? That's always smart. That's always smart to go ahead and have a backup plan. Well,
So yeah.
no, that's cool that you do have a backup plan, and I wish you very much, I wish you luck in everything that you're doing right now. And I gotta ask, how could people stalk you on social media?
Oh, well, so my Instagram is Analise Hoveyda. It's just my name. And then my Instagram is official Analise. Oh no, my Twitter is official Analise. And I have Facebook, Analise Hoveyda Music. I have YouTube, Analise Hoveyda, which I have singing videos, music videos. I have my songs up there.
And that's where they can find Aftertaste as well.
Right. You can find both my songs on there, and Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.
Pretty much everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere.
Nice. And can we also find your stand-up comedy there too?
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube.
I'm gonna find that. I gotta watch that. I gotta see just how funny you are at the Ice House.
Oh no, I was like 12.
Right on. And of course, TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. That's like probably the biggest app right now.
I figured.
You could find me on TikTok at Analise Hoveyda.
Nice. Well, Analise Hoveyda, thank you so much for being on the Xander Effect. I had a lot of fun talking with you. And again, I wish you luck on everything that you're doing. I hope to have you on the show again. Maybe next time I could go ahead and have a sit down with you face to face after all this craziness is over with, chat with you about what you've been up to, maybe some new music that you got going on. Love to play it on the show. And, hopefully I get to have you on here again very soon.
Yes, I had so much fun. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you did. And again, good luck in your senior year. Enjoy it. Have fun. It goes by too quickly, honey. And yeah, it sucks when it's gone. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You're already like,
I'll enjoy it.
You're already like, you're depressing me. Okay, this is going well until you said that.
It's not over yet.
Well, enjoy it. Make sure, you know what? I don't know if they're still doing this, but make sure you go to grad night at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! I actually, when I was a senior, I actually started going my sophomore year with seniors. Again, I always hung out with older people, so they would always invite me. So yeah, I went all 3 years. I went sophomore, junior, and senior year to grad night. So yeah,
wow,
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely enjoy that. You're gonna have a blast. And just have fun with it. And I hope to have you on here again, so that way you can go ahead and tell me all your stories.
Oh, for sure.
Awesome. Well, you have a good day and try to stay cool. It's really hot.
It is. I'm like sweating right now.
Nice. So am I. We're in this together.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
thank you.
We'll talk soon. Take care.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Analise Hoveyda, for being on the Xander Effect. Hope to have you on the show again very soon. In sports, the Philadelphia 76ers are investigating racism and bullying allegations after a former dancer, Yahne Coleman, posted on her social media a video, a very disturbing video, by one of her former dance team members that basically was, calling her so many horrible names, saying some very racist remarks. And some of the members of the team, including the coaching staff, were okay with it. They didn't say anything to her. They were actually not egging her on, but they were just laughing along. And this resulted in her actually posting a very lengthy post on Instagram along with the videos. And she went ahead and said, quote, "First of all, thank you at Trey Songs, at Hollywood Dunk Locked, or Hollywood Unlocked, and you amazing people that's showing me support. I was scared to release this because I was bullied and racially targeted by my 76ers NBA teammates and former teammates. I went to my coach, Dana Haftez, and the Sixers organization crying out for help so many times, I sent the video above of me being racially profiled, bullied, and threatened to my coach, Dana Haftes, Lara Price, the 76ers Senior Vice President of Business and HR, seeking help, and nothing was done. They would move my things into the bathroom stall for me to get ready for games. They would make fun of my pictures in a group chat talking about my black features and send me videos threatening my safety. I did not want them to run me away from a dream I always wanted to accomplish, so I tried my hardest to remain strong through it all. I went through this for 3 years. When I auditioned for my 4th year, this group of girls called me the night before on the phone saying, quote, "Your black ass will not be coming back," end quote. I still went to the tryouts, and unfortunately that was the end of my 76ers dance team career. It didn't stop there. They proceeded to harass me by calling and leaving hateful racial videos saying they would come to the slums of West Philly ghetto and physically harm me. I'm not from the ghetto, and I never lived in the ghetto, but because I'm black, they decided to say this laughing and giggling. They went around asking about me, finding out where I worked, and calling my employment, saying things to get me fired. I would hate for this group of women who are still working and connected to the Sixers organization, Flyer ice hockey dance team coach, to hurt another young talented black girl. Sadly to say, I let this racial bullying incident from this group of women deter me from my dance career. The women in the video, Annie Wise, aka Annie Furman, business pages at Mommy Can You, at Project Still Human, Melinda Nicole, current captain, Carrie, 76ers current dance coach, Danielle Flyer, ice team coach, Erica, Val, Julie, Lauren, Coach Dana Haffetz, tag, at 76ers Cent, at Sixers, at NBA, at Sean King, at Fox 29 Philly, part owners at Will Smith, at Jada Pinkett Smith, hashtag BLM. So that was a very lengthy post, and it's very sad to actually hear that these things still occur even as you get older. These women literally, I saw the video, and they literally sounded like a bunch of high school girls in a locker room, just laughing and talking so much trash. And it just, it would remind me of something that you would watch in a movie, a high school movie, or in the movie Mean Girls, or in some cheerleading movie, because that's exactly what it sounded like. And it was just like, they were like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna go to the ghetto and like beat your ass and blah, blah, blah." And it's like, dude, seriously, you sound like you're a kid. Grow up. This isn't high school anymore. And it was just so sad to actually hear these types of things. I sincerely hope that the 76ers organization finds out, does a thorough investigation, finds these women, guilty of bullying and being racist, and fires them, and they get blacklisted. As much as that woman said in the video, "I will blacklist you from any club you think you could get into," guess what? You need to get blacklisted completely from every single employment you ever go through. That way you understand, and you learn what it's like to be an outcast. The way you outcasted, the way your group of hyenas outcasted this young woman and deterred her from her dreams. That's what needs to be done to this person. I'm sorry that I get heated when I hear things like this. I was bullied as a child. And believe you me when I say that this needs to stop. Grow up. Get a life. Okay? You need to stop. What could you possibly gain from bullying, from treating somebody like this? What do you gain from it? Nothing. What, you make yourself feel better because your life is so crappy? Get over yourself. It's sad to see that. I hope they really take measures into getting these women fired and blacklisted, blackballed completely from having to do anything, involving the entertainment industry. That's it for my rant on that. In other sports news, talking about NBA, Commissioner Adam Silver basically is saying that the reopening of the NBA is still going forward. However, he's still a little uncertain if it would actually move forward. They want to move forward, but right now with rising cases in COVID-19 people testing positive, including several NBA players, including DeAndre Jordan, Jabari Parker, 3 members of the New Orleans Pelicans, and several members of the Denver Nuggets. So that's what's going on right now. A lot of cases are growing, but again, the commish still seems confident about reopening. He went on Time 100 Talks and said, quote, "We and our players, together with their union, look at the data on a daily basis. If there was something to change that was outside of the scope of what we are playing for, certainly we would revisit our plans. We are testing daily. We haven't put a precise number on it, but if we were to see a large number of cases and see spread in our community, that would of course be a cause to stop as well. I am absolutely convinced that it will be safer on this campus than off this campus, because there aren't many situations that I am aware of where there is a mass testing of asymptomatic employees." And of course, he's talking about the Walt Disney World in Orlando, how they're going to have the bubble environment. He continues to say, quote, "In some ways, this is maybe a model of how other industries can ultimately open. But I am only going to say we will be responsible and watch what is happening. But the biggest indicator will be if we begin to see a spread in our community." So, I mean, looks like the NBA is still moving forward, but it's still, I don't know, it's still going to be kind of up in the air depending on how many more cases arise. And of course, like he said, the rising cases in their community, they'll go ahead and reassess the situation, in the coming days. In other sports news, retired UFC champion Conor McGregor calls out WWE CEO Vince McMahon on Instagram. And could this be a possible crossover? I don't know. There may be, there may be some talks into that. Who knows? I mean, at this point, he went ahead and, said, well, it was actually more like it was an accompanied caption after he reposted a picture of him holding both the WWE World Heavyweight title belt and his UFC belt. And he captioned it, McGregor versus McMahon CEO flashbacks. So it's a very interesting turn of events. I mean, there's a lot of UFC fighters that have crossed over to WWE shortly after the UFC career is pretty much done. Obviously, we all know Brock Lesnar. He kept going back and forth between the UFC and WWE for a long time. And then, of course, right after him was Ronda Rousey. And, right after her was Cain Velasquez. So there's a lot of famous, popular UFC fighters that are crossing over to WWE. Because, I mean, WWE, yes, it is, the action is real, but the drama is fake. And, at least some of the drama is fake, at least. And, it's an opportunity for these fighters to continue to be, quote, competitive, but at the same time, they're able to, work with their own hours. They get paid a lot of money because of who they are. And no doubt, McGregor would probably do it more so just for the fun of it than for the money, because McGregor is extremely well taken care of. He's got a lot of cash on him, from his whiskey to many other things that he's doing, from his fighting. I mean, granted, he's retired now, but he definitely is, well off, and he doesn't really need the money. This probably is just more just to have fun with it. But he did go ahead and say in 2016 that he called John Cena a big fat 40-year-old failed Mr. Olympia mother effer. So there's that, and it's one of those things where who knows how he will be received backstage. I mean, after saying those words, we all know that Conor loves to talk a lot of trash, but when he's trying to, make good with the people that he might be wanting to get involved with, there might be some tensions in backstage with other wrestlers looking at him as, well, what are you doing here? You thought you didn't like us. You pretty much called us fake, so why would you even be here, So we'll see what happens. We'll see if the WWE is in talks with him in the coming months. Coming up up next in video game news, a pro gamer, Karma, gets struck by lightning during one of her streams. We'll talk a little bit about that. But first, here is Lifeline's She's the One, right here on the Xander Effect.
She's the one, my only girl. She's the one, my only girl. She's the one, my only one, my only girl. She's the I'll always try, why is what you say to me? I love comes to the lead, that's why no one did what meant to be. And when you say I'm living fast and you think I'm little local, baby, it's okay, we'll do it, nice and slow, poke, we can sing again, go until I end. Baby, cause you're mine. She's the one, my only girl. She's the one, my only girl. Like every night, she's the one that's down for me. Welcome to my family, yeah. She's the one, she'll love me true. She's the one said I love you. She's the one that gets crazy in the backseat of a caddy. She's the one that sets my heart on fire. She's the one that grabs my whole desire. She's the one for me, straight off the cover of a magazine. Girl, you know that you're the one through all the hard times and the fun. Girl, I'll be there till the end. You're mine. She's the one, my only one, my only girl. She's the one, my only one, my only girl. Maruka, my hyena, my only señorita. Baby, don't you know I only wanna be with you? I'm a master kid from a master path. Right. But when I met you, you showed me love like I never had. That's why I wanna give you all the love. I hold you the fire that burns inside my soul. You're the one that sets me free, my guardian angel from a fantasy, yeah. She's the one in the middle of the night. She's the one, she feels so right. She's the one who understands what it takes to please her man. She's the one doing body shots. Yeah. She's the one giving all she's got. She's the one that's no pretend. Baby, cause you're mine. She's the
Yo, this is Jason, and you're listening to the Xander Effect. Why don't you guys tune in and tap in for me one time? Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. You know what time it is.
We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper, once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, cause I gotta get to it though. Poppin' tags, get wop, yeah, that's all I know. Bankroll, say cheese, this ain't a centerfold. Making cake, stack it up, yeah, I'm out the dough. I'm out the dough, rainy days without a raincoat. No excuses, no handouts, I ain't the scapegoat. Sunny days on the way, yeah, I'm thankful. But for now, deposit this into the bank, bro. These out here all the time. That got a check on my mind. He's out here wasting time. Get it right or get left behind. On my way now, going straight down. People play games, I don't play around. getting to it. I'ma do it. Ain't no show and tell, but I'm gon' prove it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper, once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper, once we get it, gotta stack it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. Yeah. I need that. Bring it back. Say what? Overtime on the grind, yeah, it's on my mind. Chase the bag, get a check, sign a dotted line. Backbone, got your back, yeah, I'm on your spine. Scoliosis, line it up, I walk a straight line. Presidential cost thousands, let me see the time. Not the ball, but I really live my best life. Afterlife, run it back in my next life. Too much foul play, you know you get the tech right. Run it up, gotta get what's mine. Connect the hustle, you can see it in my eyes. Up next, it's my time. Gotta get mine. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper, once we get it, gotta stack it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the bag, run it up, I gotta have it. We up and at it, we up and at it. Chase the pepper, once we get it, gotta stack it. Chase the bag, run it up.
That was Jay Sons Up and At It right here on the Xander Effect. In video game news, pro gamer Karma was struck by lightning during a live stream and her hand hurt for a little bit. The 27-year-old, real name Jamie Bickford, was actually commenting on the game Rocket League on Sunday night when out of nowhere lightning struck I guess her console or her house, something like that, and it electrocuted her. See, this is the thing. And I play a lot of video games with a lot of people that are in states that have a lot of lightning storms. And this has happened before. Not necessarily to this extent, obviously, but it has occurred to many gamers that I've played with online, that all of a sudden we're in the middle of a game of multiplayer. Say, for example, we're playing Call of Duty and we're in the middle of a battle, when suddenly they leave in the middle of it. We get kind of upset about that because we're like, what the hell? But it turns out that there are times where, they come back the next day and they're like, dude, I had to get off, man. Like, lightning hit one of the power poles near me and it took out the whole block. So yeah, it has happened before. Fortunately for her, it wasn't that bad. She went ahead and she said, quote, "Sorry guys, I'm a bit upset right now. Lightning, apparently we're having really bad thunderstorms here. Apparently my house got hit or something and it went through my controller and shocked my hand. I'm completely fine. I'm just I got scared, and also my hand hurt a little bit." So yeah, apparently it seems that she went ahead and she iced it, and she went ahead and she said hands healed up after being iced all night and were very minor burns. Controller is melted near USB connection where I got flashbang or whatever, and I am completely fine. Thanks for the outpouring of love. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. I've heard, like I said, I've heard of lightning striking an area where a gamer might be playing and all of a sudden the power goes out. That's one thing, but lightning actually hitting the house and going through the electrical cords, that's a freak accident right there. I've never heard of that. That's a first for me. So glad to see that she's okay. And that's the news in case you haven't heard it. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, we're still in a pandemic. Unfortunately, coronavirus cases are on a rise. So please be careful out there. Remember to wear your masks. Remember to wear your gloves, your goggles. If you please, continue to practice social distancing, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones. And, remember that, in this pandemic, we're in this together, regardless of what's going on with the negativity out there, the protests that are happening. We are in this together. We all are one world. And remember, music always heals all. We'll see you next time.
Yo. That be tell I told. Yeah, you did. They ain't believe it though. One life. Do Brown. Same game, be teller. What up? Woo! So we kick it like it's kickball. Power couple, she drippin' in that Dolce Gabbana. They wanna touch her, everybody know that's do girl. What you gon' do by it? Me and her take on the world, now that's the truth.
Hey everyone, the Xander Effect is powered by 50/50 Global Music Inc., Sony Music, The Orchard, and BMG Bertelsmann Group, in association with Art 19 Media.